76.25, 78.25, and 52.91.
You'll see that we've got a mighty big win for the GT86. So let's carry on. So it only took seconds for me to realise that the rear diffuser definitely wasn't going to go on first time. So I took a pass on that and moved straight on to the rear lights. Pretty easy to remove the carpet, then there's just 4
and there's an open container.
And an electrical connector. I just really don't like the standard lights, they just remind me of something off a Lexus. And that's why we've upgraded them to these LED lights. They look so much better. And of course they fit on the same way the old ones came off. They're plug and play as well, which is a bonus. No coding needed. That's what I like about these Japanese cars. You just plug anything in and it just seems to work. Okay, so he was not wrong about the rear diffuser being a nightmare to fit. This one looks as if it bolts directly over the old one. This diffuser is actually connected to the bumper. You can't actually disconnect it from there. That one looks like it bolts directly onto it, but it's just too short. So maybe we're going to have to cut and then fuse it together a little bit wider somehow. I may need a little bit of help with that. But as for the rear lights, they look a lot better. Now, onto the spoiler. Now, I want to take it outside to do the spoiler. Okay, so I say we're still at the point now where it looks ridiculous before it looks good. Check it out. Okay, so we are halfway there, I'd say.
71.59, 63.86, XSP again.
Stock high with the stock wheels, which looks absolutely ridiculous at the minute. And it's just about to get a whole lot more ridiculous.
I'm thinking it's waiting for another train to cross over before this train could go.
Is the mother of all carbon wings, the biggest wing that I've ever fitted. This car is just getting more and more ridiculous by the hour. So me and Hannah are gonna, well, we're gonna try and fit this to the rear of the car. We've got to get that mini wing off, get this wing on. Let's do it. Okay, so we need to get this old mini wing off. Pretty easy to do. It was literally just on clips. But the problem with that is once we removed it, we can see a lot of holes in the boot that are going to be needed to be filled. And speaking of holes, here comes the new wing, which needs to be drilled onto the back of the boot. Yep, more drilling. I let Hannah hold it in place for about 3 minutes by herself, and then I came, marked out the holes, and began to drill out the boot.
Chilling in the other siding.
Now I admit it wasn't the easiest thing to fit, but once it was fitted, oh yes, we have got a big wing. And done. This took way longer than it should have done. And I know what you're all thinking. You're thinking I've gone absolutely mad, but just bear with me, just bear with me. This is the wing of all wings, the Max Daddy of wings, the biggest wing that I've ever fitted to a car. Is absolutely massive and ridiculous. But this is Fast and Furious, Tokyo Drift, Need for Speed, all put into one. Now they're still going to need a little bit of work because these brackets are, well, they're a little rough around the edges, they're horrible. They need to be painted, I think, as well, probably a gloss black. And then the hardware, these are just the nuts and bolts I was working with at the time, so I'll probably change these for some nice alley key bolts. We've still got holes in the boot lid which needs to be filled, but again, this car is a work in progress. Bear with me at the minute. I know it looks absolutely ridiculous. Some of you guys have got the faith in me, some of you think this is never going to turn out right. Trust me, bear with me, there's still a lot to do, so let's get
that just means there's no, that just means there's a locomotive pending.